Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Viraj and today we guys are going to discuss PDB in Python. PDB is nothing but the Python debugger. It is as equivalent to breakpoint. So why we required this breakpoint or a PDB? So breakpoint and PDB are for a developer use. So this is not for a production system. This is just for a developer machine. So whenever you are developing or if there is a already application is developed and if you are encountering some problem, so what we can do, we can add a breakpoint at that particular condition and we can step through the code. Means we can execute a code line by line. It is very difficult to go through the entire source code, like which can be the 1000 line, 5000 line, 10,000 line. We can add a PDB to the specific line of code and we can step through it. So which means that we can go through the line by line execution. So PDB is one of the module which will help us to do all this activity. So to perform this activity, so what we need to do, import PDB, pdb.setTrace. SetTrace method is responsible for adding the breakpoint. So as soon as the setTrace is going to get executed, it is going to stop the program execution and we can use the following 4 options which will help to analyze the code betterly. So L is going to tell us like on which line the current program is executing. N is going to go to the or jump to the next line. C is going to continue and Q is going to exit from the breakpoint. So this is how we can use all these 4 options. Again, PDBs are for developer machine. We should not put the PDB for a production. Even once we have done with the debugging, we should remove this import PDB, pdb.setTrace. So let's see the practical implementation of it. So let's see the PDB. So for I in a range 1 to 5, print I. So we know that it will start from a 1 and it will go to the till 5. So it will print a 1, 2, 3, 4. If I wanted to understand how the program is executing, so what I can do, I can write a same code, but one thing that I'm going to write it, that is a import PDB, pdb.setTrace inside a for loop. So for I in range 1, 5, import PDB, pdb.setTrace. So what will happen? As soon as I'm executing this, so it will show something PDB, interactive Python debugger. We can press I, which is going to print the value of I. Right now I's value is a 1. Even we can press L for a line of execution. So we can see that pointer or hyphen greater than. So this is nothing but where the program is executing right now. Even what we can do the next and for a next line. Again we can check where we are. We are again at a import PDB. Now this time we can check the value of I. Now it incremented, now it is a 2. Again we can do the N and again we can check it. So the reason is right now it is a 2, we can check with the L where the program is executing right now. So previously it was on a line number 2. After pressing N, it went to the line number 3. Again if we press N and L, so we can see that program is at this particular point. And now we can check the value of I is still 2. But once it is going in a for loop, like, so it will increment it from 2 to 3. So one incrementation is going to happen. So let's press a N. Again, I, L. So now we can see this. If you press a C, C is nothing but the continue. Again it will go to the I, again continue. So why we need to write a continue multiple time or press a C multiple time? The reason is really simple. We are in a for loop and every time we are executing this, like every time the iteration is happening, this pdb.setTrace is getting called. So that's why it is occurring multiple time. If I am copy pasting the same code and rerunning it, and if I am pressing a Q is nothing but the quit. It will exit from the entire code. So this is how we can use L for current line of execution, N for next line, C for continue and Q for quit. Let's see the one more example. For I in a range 1, 6, for j in a range 1 comma 3, print I comma j, and what we can do, import pdb underscore set trace, sorry. So this is how we can use it. So this is a one for loop. So in nested for loop, we are not writing anything pdb, we are just writing a print statement. So once this for loop is get executed, then only pdb will get called. Let's see. So 1 comma 1 or 1 space 1, 1 space 2. Now if I see L, so it will jump to this particular guy. Again, if I'm making a continue, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is how we can understand entire workflow or what exactly happening inside a program. So this is how we can do it, guys. This is how we can understand using a PDB. And PDB is for a developer only. It should not go in a production system because it is going to pause or stop the execution. So we can say the more specifically, it will pause the execution. So either we have to make a C or Q. So ideally what we should do once we have done with the debugging, we should delete these lines and then we can rerun the application. So this is what we need to do in an idle scenario. We never ever put the PDB in a production system. So that's it for this video, guys. See you in a next.